BDM, thank you so much for raising this awareness concerning what is happening between the Ghanaians and the Igbos and Nigerians in Ghana. Thank you for going there to manipulate this content.
There's limited foreign direct investment in the whole world, and so you need to place yourself in a position where you're able to attract as much foreign investment as possible. So when you put a barrier of $1 million, there are people who, with $500,000, can open a manufacturing establishment.
Nigeria, when you say Ghanaians envy you, what do you mean? What is it exactly that you claim we envy?
Ghanaians. We heard from Nigerians or the Igbos. Let us also hear from the Ghanaians. Let's know their reason why they are acting the way they are acting.
We have the ECOWAS trade liberalization scheme. We have the African Continental Free Trade Area that wants us to open our markets to
Ghanaians. Try to learn from Nigerians.
So there is the news that some shops are being locked down in Abosokai, spare parts side, the market, the local market, and some other local markets. And these shops are mainly foreign-owned markets. Have they done anything wrong? Is there xenophobic reaction? Is there hatred? No. It is because the GRA has come in, and whenever there is the GRA, that's the Ghana Revenue Authority, it means that some taxes are being defaulted. And then the GIPC, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, has also come in, and that means the law has been breached. What is the GIPC law? The GIPC law states that there are some things and some kind of jobs, some kind of businesses that are restricted for only Ghanaians, and the foreigners are also doing the same business. And for that reason, we need to find a way to separate the wheat from the chaff. The president of the country has also spoken about the GIPC law and its re-amendment or its amendment. What does that mean to Ghana, and what does that mean to the foreigners who are supposed to be here? He also spoke about the fact that we don't have to give that quota of $1 million for investment. What about the one having $500,000? What about the one having $300,000? And then let me tell you, what about the one having $2,000? It means that the spot is open, the door is open, everybody can enter, and it is an open game. In this video, we are going to cover everything. Just stay tuned and don't go. This is Inside Studios Network, where the streets talk and we come to break it down for you. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all social media networks: Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We there for you. Let's get into the news. So, shops have been locked down in the Abosokai spare parts market, like I told you. Yes, and it has caused a lot of tension. And the people speaking the most are the Nigerians, and it has become like a hatred on the Nigerians. And many people have reacted. Some people say that Ghanaians shouldn't be that way. Ghanaians should sit down and learn from Nigerians. What are the Nigerians doing and are successful that we are not doing? And some of them are even calling Ghanaians lazy. That Ghanaians are too lazy. We don't do anything. We don't learn. And when someone comes to our country to work and they are prospering, we tend to envy them. The point is not like that. The point here is that they are breaching the laws of the land. Do you get it? And that is the whole problem. Because let me tell you, do you know the hard work that the boys do in Ghana? Speaking like this is a disrespect to their hustle. The boys are really, really working hard to make ends meet. So you don't speak like this. You don't talk anyhow, based on sentiments, based on bad feeling, based on the fact that what is going on is about you and your people. You speak and you make a statement. People speak when they have to talk for people to know they are there.
Ghanaians, try to learn from Nigerians. Yeah. Try to learn from them. What are they doing right that is making them successful? That's what you need to. If I'm to be you, instead of you to start driving them, make friends with them, go closer to them, learn what they know. What you don't know, you learn from them, so that they will teach you. Instead of you being lazy, most of you them. You are lazy. You don't want to do nothing. That's why you see people coming to your country that is hard working, and they are making it. The thing is giving you headache, and you are not supposed to have headache. You are supposed to learn from what they are doing. What are you guys doing that we are not doing? Learn from me, so that you too, you will teach other people tomorrow. No, you can't. Instead, you are sending them out from your country. Look at that man, that Igbo man, the Igbo king that said he wants to buy some place, want to build the community, Igbo community. I don't see what that man is doing. That man didn't do anything wrong to any Ghanaians. I don't see anything wrong with what the man is doing. The man know how to bring his people together. The man know how to use, the opportunity he has to take care of his people. Because you guys are, most of you don't know, I don't know whether I will call it again self-centered, I don't know. If you see somebody doing well because they are in your place, no, you don't want. I heard that people are not even selling land or giving the opportunity to excel in your country, which is not nice. Go and learn from Cameroonians. A lot of Ghanaians, I heard that a lot of Nigerians are in Cameroon, that they are learning from Nigerians. Instead of them to send them out, no, they are learning from them because they are hard-working people. No, you won't learn. You want them to come to your country and be behaving like you. No, they can't behave like you because they are industrious. They know how to use $1 to turn $1 to $1 to turn to $100. Learn from them. What strategies are they using? Learn it so that you too will be industrious. No, you can't do that. Jealousy will not let you guys sit. And Nigeria must go. Nigeria must go. Just like even now, Ghana, even in Nigeria, nobody will say Ghana must go at this time and age, where we want unity to excel in Nigeria, in African country as a whole. You guys are still saying Nigeria must go.
And there are others who speak because they have something to say. Let's listen to this lady.
VDM, thank you so much for raising this awareness concerning what is happening between the Ghanaians and the Igbos and Nigerians in Ghana. Thank you for going there to manipulate this content. But however, can you also go to the Ghanaians and let us hear from the Ghanaians? Interview the Ghanaians. Talk to the Ghanaians. Let the Ghanaians tell you why they are agitating for the Igbos and Nigerians to leave Ghana. Let the Ghanaians speak their reasons for wanting the Igbos to leave Ghana by all means. Let the Ghanaians explain to us Nigerians and Africans what the Igbos and Nigerians are doing in Ghana, that they want Nigerians out of Ghana so bad that they are locking the Igbo people's shop, giving them 3 years ultimatum to leave Ghana. It's not easy to go there to manipulate this kind of content. Let us hear from Ghanaians. We've heard from Nigerians or the Igbos. Let us also hear from the Ghanaians. Let's know their reason why they are acting the way they are acting. If we don't hear from both sides, it will be very, very difficult to give a constructive opinion. The Igbos have given their account of the situation, and from what they have said, we can give our opinions to say, okay, they are very right in what they are doing. Ghanaians are the problem. But that will not be fair on Ghanaians if we don't hear from Ghanaians. Let's hear from both sides. We've heard from our Igbo people, Igbo brothers in Ghana. Yes, from their own point of view, they haven't done anything wrong, if I may say. But please, also go to the Ghanaians, the owners of the land. Let us know why they are agitating for the Igbos to leave their country. Let us know what they are saying. Let us know what the Igbos are doing, which aggravated the whole situation. Let's hear from the Ghanaians.
This locking of shops began because the GRA realized that most people are forfeiting taxes. They don't pay the money due them. You understand? And secondly, some foreigners has entered into the retail businesses, which the GIPC law, the Article 865, is preserving for Ghanaian natives to do those businesses. As a foreigner, you need to bring a certain kind of amount to invest into your business so that you can be in the distributive, out of the range of the local market. You don't need to be there with the locals. And I think this law is like that in every other country, because most of the countries I've visited, I've seen this law worked. But I don't know why at this point the Nigerians have flooded the local market and they have shops everywhere. They have shops everywhere, and this is crippling the GIPC law, and it is also crippling the businesses of the local Ghanaians. And so there was this exercise.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm ready to obey them, but they should not insult me. No one has insulted me. So if my wife are here, can you find her? Let's comply. Look at my lawyer. Yes. Look at my lawyer. I would do not great sin here.
So because of this exercise, there was an uproar on the internet, and people began feeling again that Ghanaians have started again. They have started talking against Nigerians again. And that is where I played that video for you, that people are saying that Ghanaians are blah blah, they are envying Nigeria. No Ghanaian is envying a Nigerian. Nobody is envying, because after all, nobody's eating from anybody's pot. We are all feeding ourselves and we are all doing well. Nobody has come to beg for anything from anybody. So let's just keep calm and look at the situation how it is. Let's stop all this. It is not nice. It is not fair. We should do the thing. Oh, no, it is not fair. Now, after this, there was a meeting between the executives and the people. I mean, most of the traders, especially the foreign traders in the Abosokai market. And this is what they talked about.
Good afternoon to my foreign counterparts, the Nigerians. I think the group is NUTAG, right? NUTAG. So good afternoon to the NUTAG group. Good afternoon to my executives. I greet everybody this afternoon. We all know the reason why we are here today. I think on 8th September, we started an exercise in Abosokai here, spare parts dealers, on behalf of our members to address issues arising here, problems and challenges that we are facing in our market. So today is the third day, which we said we'll meet all the executives, the Nigerian executives, to at least tell them why we are embarking on the exercise. So we've called them today and they are here with us. And also we thank them very much for complying with the exercise within the 3 days. So what we are saying is very clear and short. It's the law.
Yes.
GIPC law. And I quote and I say, by law, section 27 of the Act 1. By law, 27 of Act 865. Foreigners cannot engage in retail trading in markets, kiosks, or stores. These are reserved strictly for Ghanaians. So if a foreigner set up a store or a small retail shop in a market like Abosokai, Circle, Okaishi, Magazine, Swami, they are operating illegally. That is our short message. If you set up a shop, a kiosk, or a store in our market, you are operating illegally. That's the Act 1, right? Yeah. So the Act 2 states foreigners may do business in Ghana if they meet investment thresholds, invest at least $1 million in equity, employ at least 20 skilled Ghanaians, in that case, they may operate outside the market, not in the market. So I think our message is clear.
But this part is the most interesting part, and I know now every foreigner, especially the Nigerians, are just clapping for President John Dramani Mahama.
So let's collect them. So let's collect them like this.
Clap for Jesus. Clap for Jesus. Clap for Jesus. If not be Jesus Christ, where they won't belong. I wonder.
That's for today.
They said, you did well, Oga, you do all. President John Mahama met. It was a full 2-hour plus meeting with the press, engagement with the press, and then there were a lot of questions being asked, and then it got to the point of the GIPC law and everything. You know that I've told you already that the GIPC law, Article 865, is protecting the Ghanaian citizen and then designating a certain part of the business areas for the citizens to do those things, and no foreigner is supposed to get into that space. But unfortunately, it's been flooded by some other foreigners, foreign nationals who are doing the same businesses in the names of other Ghanaians who are stood in to register businesses for them. And these people, not only, as if it's not enough, not only getting the local market choked and flooded, they also don't respect and are not responsible in paying taxes that are due them. And so an exercise took place. So this is what the president said. The president talked about the fact that there shouldn't be any quota that is cut for any foreigner who wants to invest. In that case, we are sucking them from the system. We are discouraging them. And so there should be an open, space for them to breathe, so that if someone has $1 million, what about the one having the $500,000? What about the one having the $200,000? In short, what about the one having the $1,000? You can come fly in. The space is open for you. That is what the president of the land is saying.
With regards to the GIPC Act, we are living in a new environment. We have the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme. We have the African Continental Free Trade Area that wants us to open our markets to each other. And so the former protective regime is changing. And so we need to review the GIPC Act to be able to take cognizance of that. And aside from that, there's limited foreign direct investment in the whole world. And so you need to place yourself in a position where you're able to attract as much foreign investment as possible. So when you put a barrier of $1 million, there are people who, with $500,000, can open a manufacturing establishment. But because you say he must show $1 million of transferred capital into the country, then you shut out that investor. And that's why, as part of the GIPC review, we're removing the minimum requirement so that anybody who wants to come and set up a business in Ghana to provide employment for our people is welcome to come. But that is different from the issue of the markets. And so there's advocacy that we should review that issue with markets. The current law restricts retail sector to only Ghanaians. And there are people who argue that is anti-competition and so many other things. But of course, in most countries, you want to reserve a certain portion of the economy for your people. And so Parliament is going to look at it, and eventually whatever law they pass is what we have to live with.
So simply put, President John Dramani Mahama is saying that thing that was there, the $1 million, amount is really not making sense, and it should be reviewed. And because we need to place ourselves at the point where people can come in and invest. It has advantages and disadvantages. And in the next video, I'm going to have a class to discuss and analyze that particular statement. So just stay tuned for that. But until then, let me be quick to add that it is good, but we have to be careful. And that is how the system is porous. When we have a certain amount, even if not 1 million, we should have an amount that someone needs. And when we open it that way, anybody from anywhere can just enter. And also the president speaking about the 90 days stay in Ghana and extending it we need to have proper systems to check the people who enter and their exit. The people who enter and their exit. And after checking that, if you do not exit within that stipulated 3 months time, the number of days you stay, you need to pay the charges for the overstay. We need to make those systems work. It is also going to help keep the system clean for other genuine investors from other African countries to work peacefully. And then the GIPC law, we will talk about that later. But he emphasized that still, that protection the GIPC law, the article, gives to the Ghanaian citizen will still be there. At least there will be some part of the system and part of the market that will be designated and kept sacred for the natives to do. This is the big question. What has deportees from America had to do or got to do with Ghana? I'm beginning to have two ways, of thought about it. Anyway, no problem. So the president went ahead to talk about accepting some deportees. The US is repatriating some people from their country, and Ghana has tended to be one of the countries accepting some of those deportees. And according to the president of the land, these people have been accepted. Most of them are gone to their countries, and then we are still waiting for others, for their governments to organize a repatriation for them to leave Ghana. And yes, this is it.
We were approached by the US to accept third-party nationals who were being removed from the US. And we agreed with them that West African nationals, were acceptable because all our fellow West Africans don't need a visa to come to our country. So if they decided to travel from US to Accra, they don't need a visa anyway. So if you're bringing our colleague West Africans back, that's okay. And so I think that agreement has been activated, and a first batch of 14 nationals came. Several of them were our Nigerian brothers. They opted to go back home, and so we put them on buses, to be able to go back home. One of them was a Gambian who it's not as easy. You have to get him an air ticket to be able to facilitate his travel. So what we've done is contacted their embassy to let them know of his presence so that they can facilitate his return to Gambia. And so that's the issue with regards to deportations and arrivals. West Africa has the protocol of free movement, and so any West African is free to come to Ghana and be able to stay for 90 days. And so if they decide to bring them, we don't have a problem accepting them. Then
so basically, the president stated 13 Nigerians and then some other nationals, and according to the president, once you're West African, the doors of Ghana is opened for you and you can come in. Do you understand? But let me ask this question. It's very interesting though. So the president made mention that the Nigerians are gone, or some of them are gone. My question is, are you sure they are gone? Maybe I can't be sure, and I'm not sure they will leave Ghana for Nigeria. They will never go. They will never go. Do your checks and you realize they are around. It is very interesting anyway. So the president has given us assurance. He said that there will be some space for Africans. There will be some space, some part of the market will be reserved for the Ghanaians. So at least there is hope. There is hope, and we should all be ready for good things from the president of Ghana. And then we should also know that This is just the first batch of acceptance of the deportees from the US, and it means that there will still be yet more to report or to be deported back to Ghana. I don't know why the US can never deport these people straight into their countries, but they are looking for other African countries to accept them. Anyway, everything sounds interesting and funny, but until then, I will end everything here, and if there is any update, I'll bring it to you. Remember, this channel is Inside Studios Network, ISN, and you can follow us, subscribe, join the conversation in the comment section, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then share the videos for other people to get it. And also one more thing, the most important thing, please follow us on all other social media networks, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and here on YouTube. Any update will be given to you. What am I doing here? I'm gone.